Hello and welcome back to my tiny little corner of YouTube where we keep bumping into each other. How the bloody devil are you? I've just finished doing a little video. I was talking about Oliver's home birth. I'm still obsessed. I'm still obsessed talking about that day, even though it's nearly 9 years later. So I'm going to edit that and that will be up at some point this week. However, I just thought I'd come on and have another little chitty chat. Because why the bloody devil not, eh? So, right, we've discovered I'm not that good at multitasking. However, I do have stuff I need to do. So you're going to have to just put up with me a little bit here. So yeah, I just thought I could have a little chit chat to you why. Have a little tidy up last week when we chatted about Sunday reset, which was really quite good, if you ask me, actually. Maybe not the video, but just to keep, it was really quite good. It kept me motivated. I feel like I kind of had my intentions and I kind of had them in my mind all week, which really helped me stay focused or just basically I think it sounds a little bit pretentious, trying to achieve my goals and, I don't know, it sounds a bit wanky, doesn't it? But what I'm trying to, maybe I need a new name. Maybe it needs a rebrand, not goals. I need to rebrand it in something else. So, okay, we're going to rebrand the whole thing. But what I mean is for me personally, if I have these clear intentions, then it helps me feel like I'm achieving more and not just going through the days and the weeks and the months and being shit, end of the year again, where did that time go? What, or your kids grow up or whatever. You get the extra wrinkles and you're where is this time going? But by kind of just being a little bit more intentional with everything you do, just helps you kind of go, oh, this is how I'm getting there and this is why I'm getting there and this is what I'm doing type of thing. I think Sunday reset last week was really good because I was focused on a few things. Food, I say food, I kind of, again, needs another rebrand, but health and just generally my energy levels, content creating and enjoying this whole process, and Oliver's homeschool, of course. So I did have some clips last week, so I'm going to insert them here. That's where I'm going. I'm going to add some of these clips, going to talk through them, add some clips, because I just think, well, why the hell not? Because it's kind of a nice little back catalogue. If I file them all in this nice little video, I know where they are. Because we did have quite a nice week, really. So in terms of number one, my first thing, can I just say as well, it's Monday and I didn't do a Sunday reset, but it's because we are decorating our bedroom. So the house is a little bit upside down because you know what it's like? It just gets everywhere, doesn't it? You do one room and, upstairs bedroom and your kitchen worktop's a mess. I don't understand the correlation, but it's what happens. It was the same when we were doing the renovation. You do in the kitchen, yet the cupboard in the bedroom, the fucking shoebox has got dust on. It's I don't understand how you got there. What is happening? Same thing. So I didn't do it yesterday because we were just titivating. But I also just want to mention Sunday reset can be any reset. Do it whenever the hell you like. As long as you're doing it, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're doing it, it doesn't really matter. It's not the end of the world. And sometimes Mondays just work better for me because also is tutor, so it's I get a little bit of free time. I'm just that's what I'm doing now. I'm titivating. But let me talk you through last week. Last week was actually really nice because we'd set this intention to eat healthier or So again, I'm not 100% certain of the correct words for this. However, I just want to make good choices in terms of food, I guess, and movement, etc., to allow my energies to kind of be good, be bloody good, eh? Because you can't do anything without the energy. And often it's you only need one thing to change everything. And it's sometimes it's actually better to focus on one thing that can have an impact on everything. And I feel like energy is that, because I could have as many intentions as I want, but if I've got no freaking energy, I'm not going to do anything, am I? So I feel like just making sure I'm conscious of my energy and energy checking, and just making sure like I'm doing all the right things. Starting with foods. We actually had gusto last week, which Oliver did some cooking. And I love this. I feel like this is a bit of a top tip, you know. This is a bit of a mum hack, because my nephew loves cooking now, and he was a bit of a selective eater when he was really little. But then, come COVID, they used Gusto a lot, and he learned to cook all through Gusto. And now he loves food, and he loves cooking for other people, and he's only 15. So, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, this is brilliant that kids of this age want to do these things. And that's part of looking after yourself, isn't it? Like, I'm setting intentions when I'm nearly 40, like making sure I eat the right things and I look after myself. Like, it's so easy to forget to do them things for ourselves. Like, we think about everybody else and make sure that, you know, the kids have eaten all the right meals and and everybody's doing this, that and the other. And then it's like, actually, did I eat anything today? No, didn't eat a bloody thing. It's so basic. It's kind of stupid. But sometimes it is just the easiest things that are what we need to do, and we need to like strip it back and go back to basics. So I thought we'd get some gusto, and Oliver will cook. Oliver does like cooking, but Oliver, he's only 8, nearly 9, and he is a selective eater. I'm trying to use the correct language here, because I don't want to say fussy eater, but that's really what I mean. The language I'm using is he's a selective eater. I am doing absolutely zero tidying up here, am I? This is what I mean, I can't multitask. I either talk or do a job. Let's keep trying. Yeah, so Oliver is a selective eater. So I thought, right, let's try getting gusto, and we can pick, because we haven't got students, so it's only me, Ol, and Chris. Let's just see what we can do. We picked things that Oliver might like, burgers, fish goujons, chips, things like that. So that was really handy. There was a discount code, so it was actually really cheap. And Ol enjoyed cooking it. So he does enjoy cooking, and he is a little bit more inclined to kind of try things, but as I value this as part of his education, I really do, like food, nutrition, movement and mental health is all part of Oliver's learning as much as his reading and his writing and his maths, if you ask me. They all need to come hand in hand together. So Oliver's spent a lot of time going to farms, you know, collecting eggs or seeing lambs being born and goats being born and looking after animals, and horse riding to learn energy of horses and animals, and all them things that I just find are really critical. And if we're not exposed to them, I mean, where town is, we're not exposed to these things. I want Oliver to have a view of all this, so he can understand and learn where these things come from. And be grateful as well, be grateful how food gets to us, and just generally the whole process of like farm to plate. So because we've been kind of doing things like that, we decided to take him to the cattle market. So we took him to the auction, and there were calves the one we went to. It was just cattle the one we went to. And he loved it. He absolutely loved it, which I thought was, I thought he was going to love it, because just listening to the auctioneer is kind of cool, innit? But I think the whole intention of what's happening, and I think it's so easy to go to these petting farms. And let me just tell you this little story. Like, we had done, like, when I was at school and whatnot, we did all the petting farms, and you go and you'd see the baby lambs and you're feeding them, and you know, you're doing all this stuff. Like, yeah, we've seen lambs, we know all about them. We're almost farmers now. You know, we have our welly boots and our barber jacket. Like, what more do you need? Since homeschooling, we've been to real farms and we've seen real life farming. And that is definitely not what you get in a petting farm. And the first time I took Oliver, on the way out, he said, "Where's the gift shop?" And that kind of sums up where we was and where we're moving towards. So hopefully he's getting a little bit more life skills. But bless him, we were told townies. We're pretty clueless when it comes to this stuff. But we've got an open mind, and we're prepared to learn, and we're interested in learning. So I didn't 100% know how the cattle market was going to go, but he really, really enjoyed it. He loved the auctioneer and how he was obviously selling the cattle. He even enjoyed seeing the cattle, even like knowing, that they're there for a purpose, aren't they? And it's not all just like cutesy, let's go hold a little lamb in a petting farm or like strokes of animals. Like, that's not quite how the real world is it? Like, and also actually just touching back on when we went to a lambing farm, it was very interesting how she spoke. She was brilliant, like fabulous. And she's a proper farmer. So she was like, right, well, I swear, and this is it, matter of fact. So she used the proper terminology. And when I left, I was like, that's kind of the best sex education that was age appropriate for Oliver. Like, I just thought, like, there's so many different ways to learn and teach. It doesn't have to be in a scary classroom or in a book where you might have questions that, you might not be with an adult, or you might ask a peer, and it can get so diluted and confusing for children. We've had lots of moments like that I really see the benefit in being close by to Oliver. Like, when Oliver's doing his things, I just sit wherever he wants me to be. Like, if he doesn't need me, I can sit back, but I'm always there and I'm always watching. So he knows that he can ask me questions that he might not understand, or he might think, like, that's a word I've never heard of. Just another nod to that. Education can look different to everybody, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Still not getting very far. Coffee. I'm back drinking coffee if anyone was interested. I didn't stop for very long. I think I stopped for like 2 or 3 weeks, which I think I needed. I needed that reset. But I am now drinking coffee a little bit different. I think I was like, I know, let's be honest. I know I was just like running off coffee. Like, Chris would bring me a coffee on a morning, so I'd literally open my eyes, drink my coffee, do my gratitude, then get up and then have another coffee, all before I'd like eaten anything. I don't think that was really healthy for me. I just think my body was like, no, this ain't gonna work. You're getting to an age now, babe, and it ain't gonna work like this anymore. You might be able to do this in your 20s and your 30s, but you're creeping 40 now, and you're gonna have to start putting yourself first. So yeah, so I'm back on the coffee. So I'm just making sure I have it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just be a little bit more, maybe I'm just not gonna have it so willy-nilly. So I'm just having it a little bit more like if and when I need it. That's kind of where we are with the coffee, if anyone was interested. So yes, I feel like I've been a little bit better with my movement. I've been pretty good for the last few weeks of keeping up with that, so that's quite good. But also, do you know what I've done? I don't know if this is a top tip or not yet, but hey ho, I'm going to tell you. I have started working with ChatGPT in terms of my food. I've been like putting in what I've been eating, my movement, my mood, like putting it all in, and just generally asking for the reassurance, I think. I think that's all I'm really looking for, which has been quite useful because it's been very much like, this is what I've eaten, this is the part of my cycle, this is my movement I've done, this is the sleep I've had, and then it's kind of been quite useful of giving me the information that feels a little bit more personal. So I don't know if anybody's tried that. Let me know if that's worked for anybody else, because it's quite a new thing for me, this. So I'm giving that a go, see if that works. And then my intentions. I've been quite on it with the with content creating as well. So I feel like being a bit more organised and taking it a little bit more seriously, rather than just like shooting from the hip, which I'm quite good at. Homeschooling. So yeah, we had a good homeschooling week. We did some things that were a little different. Obviously, all Oliver's usual regular weekly sessions, he did them as normal. Creeping in close now because the summer holidays will come. And although we don't change too much in the holidays, some of Oliver's groups do stop in the summer holidays. We don't like to go out too much in the holidays in general, just as a homeschool kind of community, because Everything's so much more expensive for us. Some things are cheaper, obviously midweek for children in general. So like it's cheaper for us to do things. Holidays, so doing things in holidays can be like double, triple the price. It's a lot busier. So it feels like you're getting robbed, to be honest. So we don't tend to go out and do as much as everybody else come holidays. So we have between now and the schools breaking up to make sure we get in all like the things we want to do that people would normally do in the summer holidays. So all like the usual local things that are going on, or if it's nice weather, we need some beach days, and just generally like cramming them things in before it all gets too busy and too spenny for us. That's going to be kind of us for the next few weeks. I've really enjoyed chatting to you today, I'm not going to lie. This could be a regular thing. This could be my Monday download where I set my intentions for the week. So shall we do this right now? Because this is what's coming to me and I think this is absolutely genius. So this week, I am going to be a start of my cycle, a little bit TMI, but yeah, my period is due. It is also a full moon tomorrow, so I will have my online moon circle with my bestie, which is always useful for me to regroup every 2 weeks on the new and full moon. But on the full moon, you release. So there will be some releasing ceremonies going on tomorrow for sure. I don't know what I'll be releasing. I tend to wait till I get there and figure it out. So I'm not gonna say here, but so this week my intentions are to continue with them things, health and energy. So energy check-in. Let's call them the right things. 1, energy check-in. 2, content creating, and just keep going on and enjoying that and seeing what happens. And 3, homeschooling. My 3 priorities again for this week. But I think I might come back on and chat to you again. Maybe it'll be a Monday thing. A Monday moan. No, because we're not moaning. We don't moan around here, do we? We're positive. We're positive folk around here. Because why the hell not? Like I've said this before, it just makes life easier if you're positive. It makes it much harder if you're negative about everything. So let's stay positive, girls and boys. Let's keep drinking the old coffee, and lovely chatting to you. We will see you soon. Hope you enjoy my home birthing video as well, by the way. It's a little bit niche, but I hope you enjoy it. See you again next time. Bye.